Well, it's 1:30. Just getting to Huntsman for round 2 of dosing, first day of dosing. So this time I have my dexamethasone on board. I might be doing the Zometa bone strengthener, which will make me feel terrible. Damn bus. And so I guess I'll chat when we go inside. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me, but I have been here. It is 5 o'clock. I've been here since 1:30. Got labs drawn. Got to talk to my nurse practitioner. She's awesome. Covered all my questions. Man, when I wear a mask, my eyes look really tired. And my hair's starting to grow out. And also, I've got great nurses. I'm just videoing. And we covered maybe different nausea meds and a Holter monitor to just check out my heart for 24 hours because it's a little low and I have a little flutters. So, just be cautious. And so the U is going to bring that over here. So nice. The pharmacy just brought up my prescriptions. Also so nice. And I have this fantastic face mask and another one with, my favorite, Paris. So it's been good. I got Carl, which we don't love, and Zometa, which I also don't love, but it just has to happen, and that's what we did today. 4 hours. Oh. 4 hours. I'm leaving. It's nice and sunny. Maybe that's a sign. Wow, that felt like a full-on medical treatment procedure. Different than first round, just because it's now my second round. So, have to go over how I'm feeling and drugs and COVID and transplant. Anyway, I'll update a little later. I am hoping for a medical cannabis card because THC drops help my nausea. No judging. Anyway. Okay, bye. A couple things I forgot to say. One, if you're wearing a mask, like a homemade mask, there's a couple different ways people are making them. With like elastics, kind of with a little tie behind the ear. Which you might not feel until you wear it a long time or take it off, that you might have like a red spot or your skin might be irritated. Make sure you rotate those knots because you don't want to have skin breakdown for your masks. Second, I got a Holter monitor put in place, which is gonna track my heart for 48 hours because, again, one of the drugs is chemotoxic. I've had a really low heart rate with a couple flips and flutters. Again, if you have been watching, I have a irrational fear of cardiac issues, but this one actually they recommended because of a low heart rate and low energy and some flips. So 48 hours just to make sure that, nothing out of the ordinary or weird or frightening is going on. So those are also updates. There's so much more to talk about when I'm going to the hospital and getting dosing rather than being whiny and depressed and angry and aggro. So I'm gonna drive home. Neighbor brought dinner tonight and I'm excited to go eat it before everything starts hitting. I still have Dex on board and I'm like, I hurry and want to eat before I get super sick. So, okay, I'm gonna drive home in the sun with some good music that I'm gonna play real loud. This is what I pulled up to. Awesome.
We're playing a great game.
This is called Social.
It's called what is it called? Eyes for Sights. We made up a game called Eyes for Sights.
So they write something on their notebook and use their binoculars to
Okay, I'm ready.
see what each other is saying to each other.
Don't. There's a lot of writing on there.
Kids are doing so many creative things.
Are you sure that that's like readable?
And my daughter likes speaking in a southern accent.
It's me and Sybil's thing.
Maggie's school teacher sends me emails about updates for homework and all sorts of things. So I was like, okay, we need to create an email for Maggie and add Orion to the list so they can get the emails so I don't have to forward it if I feel sick. So my very first iPhone that Orion gave me, when he gave it to me for Christmas or my birthday, he typed in his contact as Orion Lover Friend. So it doesn't matter where or what, but that follows his contact everywhere it goes. So I sent the email to the teacher and I typed in his email address and sent it to the teacher and said, please add him to the distribution group. And Orion texted me today and said, did you share my email with Orion Lover Friend to Maggie's teacher? And I said, no, I swear I just did your email. And Maggie's now on the list and she goes, Dad, it cannot say Lover Friend on your email account. So I've completely embarrassed my daughter and my husband, and everyone knows Orion is my lover and friend. So I thought you'd enjoy that story. So good. It's gonna follow him forever. He had no idea how many times that has popped up everywhere that I use his information or whatever. It follows it, and then they're like, oh, that's nice, Orion, you're a lover and a friend. Orion's like, so I guess I'm her teacher's lover and friend? It's a good time. So, comic relief. Can't wait for this to get in my belly. Homemade lasagna, thank you, Rosa. Had to throw some greens in, and then always homemade garlic bread. Delicious. We'll let you know how much of it makes it into my belly without feeling sick. So we told Maggie today she has to do at least a chore a day, like, you know, a legit chore. So she loaded the dishwasher herself, which I am really impressed at her organization because I am a Nazi, that's not a good term. I am a rigid dishwasher loader and I don't like anyone else to load it.
I never pass her test. I never pass. I try. I do my best.
He does. So he unloads and I load. So today I wasn't going to wash. We said, Maggie, just load the dishwasher and run it on tough.
However you see fit.
However you see fit. And it's beautiful. So yesterday, laundry, today, dishes. Like, I am really impressed with our 12-year-old. Okay, so the waterworks have finally stopped. I actually did a separate post just for all my feelings called A Salute to Love and a Modern Family. Tonight we watched the last episode, like season finale, end of Modern Family, and I cannot believe how triggered I got. Wow, really triggered. And I was, so I felt the need to immediately post, because that's how I am. I'm impulsive and I talk about my feelings right away without thinking about it. So I don't regret that, but I then finished that recording, went downstairs and talked to Maggie and Orion as I'm bawling my head off, and Orion asked, why do you think it got me so emotional? And so I started to talk through it, and it was really eye-opening because I was talking through it, and it was like, like my own life in a way, because, or in anyone's life, like, so you watch a series like Modern Family that goes on for 11 years, and they all meet each other and become friends, and they work 11 years together and have this huge bond with each other and camaraderie, and then it's over, and they'll probably, still be friends or still talk, but it will not be the same as what they just went through, which is like so many things in our lives that we don't know at the time. And so it brought up my kids, and we've been watching old videos lately and how fast that time went, and how just you're recording these times and you're in these times with your kids and moments and events, and you think it's just going to last forever, and there's no way in that moment, I don't know, unless you knew the future or whatever, that you could understand how precious those moments are, good or bad. And as I'm older, I appreciate them, but it's interesting, as I'm a 20-year-old mother, I'm going through them and I love them and they're so cute, but you cannot, go back, and part of that's okay, and that's part of life. But I think the part of me that made me understand myself better is why I am so nostalgic, and I so try to recreate the past, and I have such strong memories and ties to Balboa and Catalina and Spring City, and things like, people know that I save, not like hoarderish, but like my Nana's stuff, like that I just can't get rid of, or certain toys that my kids played with, or certain clothes they wore, or clearly all of their anything they did in school. So maybe I am hoarderish, but it's like I'm trying to recreate that feeling in the past, or that memory, or it's like I just want it. I want it back so bad. And so, most people that know me know that I love to throw parties and bring people together, and love these moments that are so just amazing. And they are amazing because it's in that moment that you have that camaraderie and love, and it's a moment, and then it's gone. And in my awesome homage to my moment, a car alarm is going off, and that's throwing off my mojo. Anyway, I'm going to try to keep going. I have such a love of camaraderie and teams and friends and friendship. I love throwing parties. I love bringing groups together. I love making everyone feel part of something bigger than themselves. Some of the greatest memories just in the past 6 months are Orion's 50th birthday in Catalina, because there were moments we all did things together, things on our own, but there was just an organic moment that we were all in the water, in the ocean in Catalina, on the at Two Harbors, that we kind of were all just like either singing Orion happy birthday or just hugging on Orion in a big circle, and the circle got bigger and bigger and bigger in the water, jumping up and down, just like loving on each other. And yeah, if anyone was watching, they'd be like, idiot shivers, what is happening? But it was like, I remember that feeling so well, being in that circle, jumping up and down, being like hugged by all my friends and family, and centering around my husband, just going, this is just an amazing feeling. I wasn't going to turn them on. Stop. And it's like those moments, like, oh, I wish I could have like 100 more like them, and have other people experience them. And so that's why I take so many pictures, and I love to make knolling photos, and because it represents things I love, and memories, and just good things. And so, wow, Modern Family tonight was like a serious therapy session for me. It cracked open all sorts of feelings, and part of it at the end obviously was grief, because there is so much grief just right now in the world, and grief is not just about losing somebody who died or a pet, or those are huge griefs, but learning you have cancer is grieving, and going through it is grieving, and knowing your life's going to change again is grieving, and friendships changing because people move away or your life's changed Like, I grieve friendships like that, and I mean, everybody has a grief about things, and I think that it can get really painful if you keep it all in, and so when you're in survival mode or things are happening, you don't grieve about things that, like, sincerely need a little grief. You don't have to cry all the time or whatever, but just feel sad about things that are changing, or it is sad. And it's so, I feel like watching the Modern Family cast say goodbye to each other and goodbye to 11 seasons. I mean, yeah, 11 seasons of just such an amazing show. I related, and it cracked me wide open. So I just wanted to share, and I love everyone who supports me and watches, sincerely. I wish everybody going through hard things had the support, mother, love that I do. Because then so many people in the world could get through so many hard things. And wow, I was telling Orion, I really haven't bawled my eyes out or cried yet since the beginning, since just like the beginning of March, because this all kind of happened so fast, and I've been wondering when or what, or I don't know. And it was Modern Family. It helped me release love and grief. So sorry to end on that note. I still had way more to talk about because I did so much today, but I'm gonna save that for another day when I'm not crying. Okay. Night.